different versions of Rodgers. It'll be interesting to me to see what it looks like with Nathaniel Hackett in New York with Garrett Wilson. Okay, offensive line. There's no doubt in my mind.
The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoor Tradition TV LLC. KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader.
And that was gone!
A Des Moines Radio Group station.
All stations, clear the air lanes, clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Morning, Brant. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Good Saturday morning to you, all across the good USA. Yep, it's May 6th. May the 6th be with you. That's all I've heard all week. May the 4th be with you. May the 5th be with you. Well, you know what? I've had enough. May the 6th be with you. Take that, people.
There you go. You tell them, Dan.
Yeah.
Just set them straight.
Yeah, well, I don't want those sixes being discriminated against and not feeling like they're appreciated.
Exactly.
They're entitled to their day.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
It's a Saturday, too.
Absolutely. They should be treated just like every other number.
Exactly.
Morning. Good morning, Ned. Floss. What's that mean? Do I got something in my teeth? Huh? No, I don't. I brush my teeth.
Or are they talking about the dance?
What's that?
You ever see the floss dance? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm old, man. I don't know what the hip stuff is.
But you're on
Revenge of the Six. There you go, Brant.
Revenge
I
of the
like
Six.
that. I like that. I like that. May the floss be with you. May the floss. There you go. That's Dr.
Floss
Yagi.
be with you.
Yeah, Dr. Obi-Wan Scott Yagi. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. May the floss be with you. I got you, Ned. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired this morning.
We'll forgive you.
Oh, yeah. Forgive me. I said forgive me. Forgive me, son. Let's see. Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. They're out there in Carlisle. Just a hop, skip, and a throw from Des Moines. They can give you a 12 by a 50 assigned spot. That's where I got my trailer in, a 12 by 50. It's a huge spot. I can back in, back out really, really easy. They got secure gates, 24/7 access, secure cameras all over the place, discounts for multiple spots. If you want to get your storage stuff there, I would recommend giving them a call and fill out an application. You can give Tracy, Danielle, or Dick a call at 822-1362. That's 515 area code 822-1362, and they'll take great care of you. Good folks out there, really good. Good morning, Jeff Knudsen. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, my kids were all happy because it was the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, and it's like, gosh, I remember when I first saw Star Wars. Yeah, good morning, Dan. Say hi to Jim. I'll see him at the fish fry. Good morning, Jeff. Hi, Jim. I just said hi. There you go. All right. I heard from Yagi the other day. I don't know where he was at. He was somewhere. I can't remember where he was. I was in a turkey blind. So, morning, Tony. Good to see you. So, got a turkey on Monday in Iowa. I should have been done. I could have been done. I could have shot two of them, but I didn't. I called in two toms, and they just destroyed my decoy. And I don't know. I shot the one, and sorry, folks, allergies. I got a little allergy thing going. I shot the one. He took 3 steps, and he nosedived right at the decoy. He was done. The other Tom went over and looked at him and said, Fred, what's the matter, Fred? Get up. Fred, what happened? What? Fred, what happened to Fred? And then he went over to the decoy and said, you dirty, rotten, down, no good decoy. I'm going to just spur you. And he spurred my decoy for about, 30 seconds or so, flopping on it and everything. And it's like, nah, I just can't shoot that one too. I mean, to me, is that a good TV show? I mean, is it a good? I debated with myself. I'm sitting here filming this stuff, debating. Do I go ahead and tag out and get both my tags done? So I opted not to, and he finally had enough and walked off. And I called Larry Mack and I said, "Hey, Larry, just shot me a really nice Iowa gobbler and got him right where I wanted to. He went 3 steps and did the old dirt nap right there in front of the camera. And he goes, "That's awesome." He goes, "Send me a clip of the footage." So I sent him a clip. He goes, "Dude, why didn't you shoot that other Tom?" I said, "Well, because I didn't want to. I didn't think it would be a good TV segment." He goes, "Man, Dan, did you see the spurs on that turkey?" I said, "Honestly, I didn't get a chance to look at the other turkey spurs. I was kind of busy at the time filming." He goes, "Man, those hooks were huge." And I went back and looked at the footage, and it's like, sure enough, yeah, big old spurs on him. But he goes, "From now on, if you get a chance to double up, absolutely." He said, "That's awesome." And I said, "Okay, I didn't know. I mean, I've been doing TV shows for 23 years, and we always just did it where we called the birds in, and I mean, it was great footage. You're gonna love it on the TV show. I mean, they come in and they kind of puffed out, gobbled, and then they kind of stopped. They stopped about 45 yards, and I had my Dave Smith motion pair decoys with me. I had the breeding Jake and the lay down hen. So I grabbed that string real quick and I rocked that decoy like he was breeding that hen, and man, they couldn't take it. They came right in. It was awesome footage. And then, like I said, I made a good shot. But I tell you, the last couple days has been a struggle to get my second bird. I've had birds all around me. Yesterday, I got Jim Coffey from the DNR, our turkey biologist, on at 8 o'clock. I'm going to ask Jim a little something. Good morning, Kevin Dilly. Good to see you, buddy. I had gobblers all around me, and I just thought they would not come. So I figured they had hens with them. They flew off the roost and just shut up. So I sat there and was, I'd call every half an hour, 25 minutes, do three, four yelps and clucks, and I'd purr a little bit. Nothing. And then about 9:15, 9:30, right next to me, the old gobble. It's like, whoa, that bird's close. So I just started doing some real soft 3-note yelps and stuff. The bird never came in. And next time he gobbled, he went away. So I don't know if he saw my decoys and he just didn't like the Jake being in there. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. They're being finicky now. So I might not get my second tag filled. So if you've been out and you got both your tags filled, hats off to you. Congrats. Tip of the hat to you. I just tipped the hat to everybody. And good morning, Steve. Every bird's different, but yeah, I don't know. That's why I thought I better get Jim on and ask him where the turkeys are thinking. So, I mean, if anybody's going to know what the turkeys are thinking, it's the turkey biologist, right? So, okay, Jim, what decoys do I use? When do I use them? And what should I be using for calls now? I'm going to try and get the inside scoop to the turkey's brain.
There you go.
At 8 o'clock. Good morning, Roger, up in New York City. Man, I tell you, you got allergies? I don't have allergies, but boy, the pollen yesterday was horrible.
Yeah, allergies have been kind of kicking my butt the last couple days.
And I really want to get done turkey hunting because the crappie are on fire right now. Man, the crappie are biting like crazy. If you like to fish, go fish because they're hitting big time right now. So they're hitting big time right now. So big week at the old Outdoors Dan house. Wife's got a big birthday coming up.
Oh yeah.
Morning, Aaron. The bass are biting hard too. There you go, Aaron. Good fishing report for you. Yeah, big birthday. I'm not going to tell you what number it is, but it's
every birthday is a big birthday.
It's a significant number.
Well, there you go.
So
a milestone.
It's a milestone. Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her. She's been handling it really good. Good morning, Chris, Mr. Boot Winner. Hey, I want to thank everybody. We started that fishing contest this week on the Outdoor Call Radio app. We're giving away a big fishing package. Andrew, do you know what the fishing package is?
More than I've ever worked with or done with fish in 5 years combined.
See, that's what do you call your that's GZ for I don't know what you're doing.
No, that means that's more equipment, more everything than I've done. Say, I'm not a huge fisher, but fisherman. Yeah. I'm not a huge fish either.
Well, see, fantasy football and fishing, he just doesn't know what he's doing.
So Mr. Championship here. Hey, don't worry. My belt is in the mail. I know it.
Yeah, that's you know the old saying, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while.
Hey, that's
There
my
you
line.
go, Andrew.
That's my line.
Yeah.
So here's what we're doing. Every year I try to go up to Lake Winnebagosh, which is a huge lake up in Minnesota. That's where I go bear hunting at when I can draw a tag. And I got some really good friends up there in Deer River, Gary Peck and his family, and so Gary's always nice about letting me go fishing with them because they know where all the fish are. So I went up there and I've caught some of my biggest walleyes in my life, 31 inch, 30, 29, 28, 27, all in that slot. And I threw them all back. I just took pictures. I did not keep any of them. But big females. I want those females to keep making babies. But it's a great lake. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive up there. Once you get past the Twin Cities, it's just gorgeous all the way up there. It's one of my favorite places. Actually, Jenny's, my wife is from Minnesota, and we've talked about retiring up there. I just don't know if I can handle the winters. I just those winters they suck, man. I mean, you're talking 17 feet of snow. I mean, I just don't. And they keep busy. I mean, they go ice fishing and stuff like that. But on a nice winter day up there, 30 below is nice. And I just don't know if my old butt can handle that. But I love it up there. So anyway, I thought we just gave away that dream hunt to Kansas, that whitetail hunt to Triple H Outfitters. I said, look, we need to do something for our anglers that maybe give them a fishing trip that they might not normally be able to take. So I called my buddy Chad where I stay. It's called the Pines Resort up on Lake Winnie. Beautiful place. Chad is a retired police officer. Him and his family are just super nice people, great people. And I said, "Hey, buddy, can you give me a kitchenette cabin for 3 or 4 days? Let me use it as a contest. I want to do a big fishing trip." And he goes, "Absolutely." So we're going to give away a cabin that's got a bathroom, it's got 2 bedrooms, it's got a kitchenette, everything you would ever need. So you get 3 full days, 4 nights to stay at the Pines, which is right on the lake. If you bring your boat up with you, Chad's going to give you your own slip to put your boat in. So that's really nice. It's got a charger and everything right there you plug into. You got your electronics charging, your battery and everything. You're going to get a $350 all-carbon Trica fishing rod. That's that new Trica fishing rod that's got a 364-day trial period. If you're not happy, even up to 364 days, you send it back to Trica and they'll give you your money back. I'm just telling you right now, you're going to love them. I've got 3 of them already. I love the rods. You're going to get a $200 gift certificate from Bojangle Baits. Bo is my buddy down in Missouri. They make custom baits right there in Missouri. And you're going to get a brand new pair of Itasca fishing boots. Holy heck. I just got a message. Clint, you sent me a novel. I can't read all that. It's like 4 paragraphs, man. Good morning, Dan. This morning I was walking in a hayfield to my blind in the dark, and I seen a black object about 30 feet from me, and when I realized it was a skunk, I just said to myself, please don't spray me. He had his tail straight up, and then he took off running. It was still dark enough. I wasn't sure if he was running at me or away. Thank God he went the other way and didn't spray me. I made it to my blind, and I haven't heard any turkeys or seen any 712, and that's why they call it hunting. Clint, great story. That's like a mini novel, man. You know what they say? You know what? Them skunks, man. But what are you doing in my field, Hunter? Well, what was that? Pepe Le Pew. You remember
Pepe Le Pew?
Pepe Le Pew, the skunk. But I love you, man. I love you, man. Come on over here. Let me spray my fragrance all over your camouflage body. Yeah, I hate skunks, man. I can't stand them. They just drive me nuts. And you know where I see a lot of skunks? Minnesota. Back to my story. So you'll get a pair of Itasca hunting boots or fishing boots, and if that was not enough, you're going to get a brand new Grizzly cooler for the boat. So all you got to do is just go to the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you haven't got it, go to your iTunes app store, your Google Play app store, and download it. It's free. If you got Alexa at the house, if you don't have a smartphone but you got Alexa, you can just say, Alexa, download the Outdoor Call Radio app, and it's free on Alexa too. Everybody's Alexa that's listening to us and is now just downloading the app. Did you see what I did there? Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Jenny's sitting there going, Alexa, stop.
Come on, man.
Absolutely. But anyway, that's all you got to do. And then if you listen, we call it the phrase that pays. All you got to do is just listen and give me the phrase that pays. I change it every week. Just email it to me. You don't have to give me your contact info or anything. Just an email. And if I draw your name, I'll get a hold of you and we'll send you fishing. But I'm just telling you right now, this is a fishing trip of a lifetime. It's beautiful up there. You're going to have a great time. And you might meet some really nice people and make some friends up there. There's a great bait shop right down the street. You can always stop at Sportsman's Warehouse on the way up. They've got one in Ankeny, and then they got one in Coon Rapids that you could stop and get all your stuff. But everything's right there that you would ever need, and it's just an absolutely beautiful place. I can't wait to get up there in June to go fishing. So so we'll draw the winner in July. I think I said the end of July is when we're going to do it. So this will be for a fall fishing trip. In the fall up there, the crappies and the walleye are fat. You'll get some big fish, that's for sure. 7:15 and some change. Let me take a real quick break. Was I done with my turkey story? I think so.
Yeah,
I didn't get a turkey.
To ramble.
Wah, wah, wah. I didn't get a turkey. That second turkey. Mountain Man, good morning. Everybody say hi to Mountain Man. Hi, Mountain Man. Mountain Man's gonna be out of pocket for a few weeks. He's got to have some surgery done. So when you talk to the big guy upstairs, everybody keep Mountain Man in your prayers. It's Mountain Man or Rob Warwick. Just tell everybody, just say, Dear Lord, please be with the Mountain Man.
Yeah.
Me and Shane are going striper fishing tomorrow on the Hudson. Wow. Hey, Raj, if you're going on the Hudson, say hi to Sully for me.
Good one.
Yeah. Did you see what I did there?
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
That's where he landed the plane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me take a break. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm going to give some Onyx. If you have not gotten Onyx on your phone, on your smartphone, and you want a free mapping system for a year, well, you're welcome, Mountain Man. Mountain Man's sitting there going, Darren, I really appreciate you doing that, buddy. Thank you very much. And, that warms my heart. I'm sitting here just eating my porridge and watching all the animals in the front yard scurrying around, and I can't wait to get out there and get this thing done so I can get back to my trapping. And things that mountain men like to say. All right, we'll be right back on what are we doing? Oh, the Outdoor Call Radio. We'll be right back. You're welcome, Rob.
Hey guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out? Or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out driving around town? If you haven't,
sorry guys.
A little bit about
morning, Mike. Morning, Rob. Morning, Hank. What you doing, Hank?
Chase Decals and Ames, and they did an amazing job. Josh, Bob, and the staff took the time to find out exactly what my needs were, what my goals were going to be, and they went to work designing a wrap.
So I got these Onyx cards. They're good for 1 year. So if you call into the show, we'll hook you up with a 1 year membership. But we'll just get I'll just need to get your cell number, and then I'll take a picture of it. Morning, Donovan. I'll take a picture of it, and I'll text it to you. And you can follow. You don't have to come to the radio station. Onyx is awesome. I got all my spots. Donovan Triple H Outfitters. I use Onyx out there all the time. You want to see all the places I hunt at Triple H right there? See all those? Yeah. Is that okay, Donovan? Can I show them all my spots? Donovan's having a heart attack right now. What are you doing? Don't show him that. That was my place in Iowa, Donovan.
They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-barrel Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at their moment of impact
that will help you get your game. Bow
Morning,
hunters
Chris.
they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Don't trust into a head that may not deliver.
Oh, went to his landline.
www.slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick.
I'm actually banned. I can't tell anybody about anything when I'm out hunting a Triple H because what was that, 2 years ago? I was doing the TV show and I told everybody what farm I was on. Dan, what are you doing? Don't tell people where you're at. I don't want these people knowing where you're hunting at. So I'm sworn to secrecy now. I didn't think about it. Just me, me blabbing. I'm a big blabbermouth.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues.
Morning, Dr. Don.
Anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan.
Hey, Dr. Don, it's your commercial.
Struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, marriage, or
We
just
gotta get
helping
him back
you with
on.
everyday stress. Please
Jeff, you have an excellent day at work, buddy.
Straightforward approach
You
to
what?
helping you to get through the layers of
Gotta get him
stress
back
that can
on.
be harmful
Who?
to your health, relationships, and
Don?
your work.
He's
Staff
coming
at New
on
Life
2 weeks,
offer
I think.
one-on-one sessions.
I know I got him
heart of the
booked.
matter. We work with you so you can discover
Yeah, we
better
used to have him on
choices
every
about how to
month. We
handle the
gotta.
issues you might be dealing with.
He wasn't doing real well health wise. He had some stuff
Consider
going on.
calling us
So.
for a confidential appointment.
I told him to just take care of himself. We'll get him back on.
225-4006 in
He's a good guy, Dr. Don.
645003 in Ankeny.
Donovan, what are you doing, Donovan?
At newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you.
He might be getting the lodge ready for hunters.
Maybe.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field?
I do.
Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy's tail fan up and down.
What's everybody doing today? Everybody going fishing? Are you turkey hunting?
Alive Action Decoys are
Getting some housework done? Boy, the grass is starting to grow, isn't it? I've already had to cut the yard twice.
Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information
Twice,
about
3
Alive
times
Action
maybe?
Decoys, please check them out on Facebook.
Well, I'm
or
doing that
call
when I
them
get home.
at
Seems like we went from like 0 cold temperatures to we got to cut the grass right away. Did you notice that?
To help you be more successful in the field this year.
It was probably the end of
Jackie Bushman
April
here with
before
my
I
masters.
started
When it
cutting
comes to
grass.
food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based backwoods attraction.
Filming some trout fishing. Headed out to a hunting family, seeing the sun in Ohio. There you go.
Lumberton Lux and the popular Dixie Six to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robin.
Yeah.
The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support
Good
your
morning,
local
Mr. Rob.
supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN and the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a great day. A lot of stuff going on. We got Chris Hall watching us in Ohio. I think, Chris, you're in Ohio, aren't you? Mountain Man's watching us in Pennsylvania. Rob Taylor's down there in Osceola. Hank's watching us in Osceola. Rob and Hank and everybody are down there at Revelton. If you did not get down for their release for their rye whiskey, their first batch, the second batch release is coming up pretty quick. I had a post for that. What did I do with it?
I don't know.
I'm trying not to sneeze as I read.
Come on, man.
I just seen a release post for that.
Spot here.
Yeah, it's coming up. Anyway, just stay tuned to May 27th. Thank you, Rob. Where'd that picture go? I just saw that picture the other day. I didn't have time to grab it. Usually I can grab it and put it on there. Well, I tell you what, I was down there for their first release. It was packed. By the time I got down there was a big line, and Everybody was all excited about it, and Jenny loved it. She said that tastes awesome. I said, I told you. Rob gave me a little sneak peek. He pulled the plug out of the barrel, or however they do that, and I shot some in the old cave, and I got to tell you, that was some good tasting rye. I was a little woozy afterwards, though.
Good stuff.
High octane, but it's smooth, man. I tell you what, it didn't burn or nothing. It's just a real smooth rye whiskey. Good taste, good flavor to it.
Man, I'm jealous.
Yeah. I think we're almost down the one bottle already.
How many did you get?
You're allowed two bottles because they're trying to be nice to everybody.
So you snuck out 3.
I didn't say. I know I snuck. What do you mean I snuck out multiple bottles?
Oh, come on.
No.
It's just you and me here. You don't have to.
Dan's a lightweight. Thanks, Rob. Only at the distillery. Yeah, that's only at the Osceola Distillery out on 27.
Already, you talk about it. You're getting a little weary.
I'm telling you. Well, I'm not a big drinker, but man, I love whiskey sours, old fashions.
Oh, yeah.
I love those. And Revelton's got their mulberry gin's really good.
Uh-huh.
The honey whiskey's amazing. Whiskey sours with that's really good.
I've had it, but I haven't had it with a whiskey sour.
Yeah, and their gin's pretty famous. I mean,
yeah.
they've actually had people say their gin's the best gin in the country.
Hands down.
Made right there in Iowa. You know what I love about them? Not only are they a great success story and super nice people, but all the mash and stuff after they're done cooking, you know where that goes? They feed cattle with it.
Oh, there you go.
Now, is that not cool?
Talk about sustainability.
Yeah.
Talk about
renewable. It's a renewable resource.
I mean,
they're yeah, they're providing economic growth for Iowa. They're helping with a good success story. They got farmers that that they give that cooking mash to, and the cows are all happy. It's just a beautiful thing down there at Revelton.
Do they get a little taste of it too, the cows?
What's that?
With the mash, do they just dip a little bit of that whiskey in
there?
No,
there's no alcohol.
Hey, you know what? Hey, take a little bit for the road.
Morning, Russell.
While you eat, take a drink.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
No.
Okay.
No. You would not do that to a cow. No. So anyway, May 27th, mark that on your calendar if you're a rye whiskey fan. Roy. I said Roy. They'll take good care of you down there. But just be prepared because there's going to be a little bit of a line, but it's worth it. I'm telling you. And they're even nice. They'll sign the bottle for you if you after you get done. They'll give you a ticket when you come through the door, and then you go and then get your bottles. And then if you want to, they had they had little wasn't hors d'oeuvres, but like little breakfast stuff because it was in the morning. They had some. I didn't eat any of it, but it looked amazing. And then they had a separate table where Rob and Christy were over there, and then they would autograph the bottle for you.
Oh, nice!
Isn't that nice? I thought it was cool. I did. Aaron says, "No wonder why my beef tastes so good." There you go. I imagine that would taste pretty good. Mash fed cow.
Yeah,
beef. Yeah.
It's gonna be the best dinner.
Yeah,
not just what's for dinner.
Our cattle are fed with mash. It's what's for dinner.
But you got to have the mash theme song behind it.
Yeah. I can't remember that. Anywho.
Can't remember it?
Yeah. 4th season's going to be over May 14th. What is today? The 6th? 8 days left.
We went through this whole thing, Dan.
8 days left. That's all we have left. So, anyway. Don't forget to check out the Outdoor Call radio app. Actually, Revelton's a big sponsor of that. They are the official spirit of the Unknown Files show on Wednesday nights at 7. Because we talk about ghosts and Bigfoot, all that other fun stuff. That's why they're the official spirit.
Well, cut that out.
Well, they are. Just be careful. We don't want to drink. No, we're not drinking cattle.
That's a little disturbing to think about.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was Aaron. Aaron didn't say that. Aaron did.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right. So if you want an Onyx, free Onyx subscription for a year, $244-1350. $244-1350. You're going to need a smartphone. And what's really nice about this is you can plug this into your vehicle, and you can do the CarPlay, which is really cool. So Just check that out, and 244-1350, and we'll give this to you for free. It's like $100 value, but we're doing it for free because we love you. Absolutely.
Outdoor Call Radio.
What do I got? I got 1, 2. What do I got?
Yeah.
2.
No problem.
I got
Can
more
get
than
your
2.
name here real quick.
I got more than 2. I got to look at my briefcase.
And your number quick.
Well, maybe I don't have more than 2. So we got enough for 2 winners. How about that?
0.
That's all right. We'll take care of it. All right. We'll do it again. I got some more at home. I use it for all my scouting, like my turkey blinds, dusting spots. If I find rubs and scrape lines and stuff like that, I'll mark those. Just any spot that's good for a tree stand. There you go. Is that Aaron's cell phone?
Yes, we got Aaron. Yeah, we got Aaron ready to go.
Are you sure that's not a landline?
I hope not.
Okay. Well, just tell him we'll text him a picture after. Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
You don't even have to come on.
Aaron, yeah, it's out. There you go.
There. Congratulations, Aaron.
I gotta get the people clapping.
Well, go ahead. Clap away. Man, I thought I grabbed like 4 or 5 of those today.
I mean, we hold them in a cell just for this purpose.
Do you?
Clap.
Yeah, I got you. Oh man, the fishing bite's been good. Hey, did you see those new DSD decoys that DSD launched? It's like a white decoy. Did you see that? It's like a different phase color. So I had no idea that they were coming out with that. That was kind of new. You never give me the zip code. Zip code? Why do you need a zip code, Chris? You mean area code? I bet you he means area code, not zip code. I can give you the zip code. It's 50320, Chris. There's the zip code.
Can I get your address?
You never give me the area code. There you go, Chris. Yeah. Well, come on, Chris. I mean,
0144.
you do. It's 515 is the area code, Chris.
Last thing I need is date of birth. Perfect. We will hit you up after the show here and make sure you get it.
Yeah, Rob, aren't those awesome? Man, I tell you, I'm so sorry, folks. Allergy.
Okay.
Trying not to.
Sounds good. I'll note that down.
Yeah, we there you go. Rob, those are cool, man. They're doing a flock deal too, which is really cool. So if you're a DSD fan, check those out. All right, it's 7:32 and some change. When I come back, I'm going to give you the fishing reports, and Iowa has got a brand new walleye contest going. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that when we come back too. So hang on, don't go anywhere, no flippy floppy, and we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Hey, Larry Mack, what is going on over at Scott Archery, man? Social media is blowing up on these new releases. Can you tell me about the new S2 Select and Apex Core?
Yeah, we are super excited about these 3 releases. We'll start with the
I didn't know if I used this one. I think I did. I think I used
it. It's a closed hook design where the Apex is an open hook design. It also has a finger through hole, so for extra grip. And also with the closed hook,
here,
you
take
can
this one. We text Aaron. Just take a picture of that one
S2
panel.
release is a double sear release. It also comes with a forward trigger, so you get 2 triggers. You get a forward trigger and a rear trigger. Third, let's go to the Select. The Select is a back tension.
Don't go nowhere because I got a big reveal camera thing to tell you about.
2 moons, so you can fine tune, adjust to get the shot to break whenever you want.
Man, that's awesome. I can't wait to get down to my Scott Archery dealer and check these out. If you want more information, folks, go check them out at scottarchery.com.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of pure whitetail?
I'll tell you what Revelton's got. Have you guys ever heard Revelton's honey? They have their own hives. They got like 5 or 6 different hives down there. Their honey's amazing. For grilling or smoking.
Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm.
I'm telling you what, you take some of that honey and put that in there with some of that Cookies original or Western sauce, and then you glaze that on there on your ribs. Oh. Talk about caramelization, man.
Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
I didn't know that every hive's got a different flavor to it. Did you know that? It's because they go to different the flowers or the pollination or whatever. Every hive's got a little bit of different flavor honey.
Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will wick away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also has a natural antibacterial quality to them that will keep your socks from smelling.
I've been trying to find an elk hunt to give away, but man, I tell you what, everybody's sold out for like the next 2 years. It's crazy.
Plus, gift boxes are available that are 100% guaranteed. So this year, when you plan your outdoor activities, make sure you keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day.
So how long?
Try a pair of Norlander socks. Pure
I gotta
alpaca,
get drawn.
pure comfort.
Might not. I don't know if I'll get drawn this year.
Norlandersocks.com and give your feet a treat.
5
Hey,
years.
I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the
And I'm out of bear.
biscuit is the
I'll
chicken.
buy her.
It is
I've been out of bear
brown,
for
so
a long
juicy, so delicious. Perfect savory start to my day.
But it's like,
Hey, I'm Matt.
No bear at the Outdoors Dan house left. No bear meat.
Flaky, buttery biscuit. When I
good-
take a bite,
that's good
it's kinda
stuff.
like,
That beer's
crispy,
good.
soft, crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken.
I like it.
There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit, available on the
I might
Chick-fil-A
have to
app.
get me
Real
some more
Chick-fil-A
snack
guests paid for
sticks
their
though. I have to
testimonials.
head down there.
Hey, are you in the
If you
market
guys
for
should
a
come over
new
and do some work
RV
once
this
in a
year?
while.
Here's a
I
place
sure
to help you
can.
start
If
looking
you
for
want
that
to,
new
let me
travel
know.
partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure.
I got all
Head
the.
over to
I got the new
folks
phrase
at Imperial
done.
RV
I
Center
saw
in
that.
Ankeny. Imperial RV has been
And I
serving
gotta
Iowa
load.
camping enthusiasts
I gotta load
for
Monday
50
through Wednesday
years. They
today.
carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel
But,
RVs from
We got a new
Sprinter,
show coming on
Hideout,
too.
Passport, and Alpine.
Yeah.
They now
Oh,
carry
new show coming on the network.
that have built-in living quarters
I
for
noticed you
rodeo
had
and
some
horse
new,
lovers. Imperial
so
RV
the
also features
newest
a full-service
healthy herd,
center
that
ready
is
for any
for
repair that your RV
Monday,
might have.
right?
Imperial RV can
417.
finance
No, that
on
was
site
for
to
yesterday.
help you with all your financing needs.
I ran
They
that
also have
yesterday.
a full-service parts department for anything
I
you
just
might
making
need
sure I
to
can
keep
run
your
that
camper going.
tomorrow.
They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at imperialrvcenter.com. That's imperialrvcenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance.
Don't know anything
with
about that, Aaron.
sensitivity and longer cast, Trica has people talking. Trica rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trica casting performance.
30
will
seconds
give you up
and
to
we are
26%
back.
longer cast to keep your bait in the strike
And
zone
then you just
longer.
had the
Trica
one-
knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without
the
putting the bite
57.50
on your
one.
wallet. Trica rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no questions asked guarantee. Trica rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trica rods at trica.com. That's TRIKA.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We got a new show coming on the Outdoor Call Radio. It's called the Western Hunting Hub podcast. It's Clint Whiteley. He's out there towards the Black Hills, and it's going to be all about Western hunting. So if you like going after elk or mule deer, or whitetail, blacktail, or antelope, that will be a hunting show you'll want to listen to. I'll probably put them on. I'm either going to put them on Mondays or Wednesdays. So they'll be on whatever day I figure it out. They'll be on there every week. So they got Black Hills and Antlers, and I mean they got some really good shows. I listened to a few of them, and I think you'll like Clinton and his guests. He does a good job. So that'll start on the Outdoor Call Radio app here in about 2 weeks. So check that out. Good morning, Jake Pike. You'll be checking that out. And then we got a new fishing show coming on here in the next week or two too. It's going to be under the Working Class Bow Hunters umbrella of shows, and you're going to like that. It's going to be pretty good. So there was something else I was going to tell. We're going to have a reveal, Tacticam reveal trail camera giveaway here in a couple weeks. I know we're doing the fishing contest, but we're going to do a shorter contest while the fishing contest is running. So as soon as I get the cameras in, I don't know if I'm going to do that on the Unknown Files show or if I'm going to do that on. It'll be on the app, so make sure you download that app. If you don't have that, you're missing a lot of stuff. Not only are you missing great shows, it's all free. It's Outdoor Talk 24/7 every day, Monday through Sunday. If you ever miss one of our Saturday shows here, you can always catch it on the weekends. Andrew, what do? You play it the week after. So today's show will play next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can always catch up if you miss a show.
Or, of course, online at theoutdoorcallradio.com.
Yeah, you can always go listen there. So
multiple ways to tune in.
Yep. But download that app. It's free. All right, let me do the fishing reports brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. Blackhawk Lake water temperatures in the upper 50s. Anglers are picking up fish in Town Bay along the shore of the Ice House Point, the inlet bridge, and near the outlet. Black crappie bite is fair. Anglers are fair. The eyes are fair. Anglers are picking up walleye along the shore near the Ice House Point. Yellow perch are fair. And Brushy Creek, the eyes are they got a good. Brushy Creek's got a good black crappie bite and a walleye bite is fair. Storm Lake, all walleyes between 19 and 25 inches. I thought the walleye season was open. I don't know if that's right. I'm not going to read that. Rice Lake, largemouth bass bite is fair, walleye bite is fair, and the yellow perch is fair. Silver Lake, bass bite is good, yellow perch are slow. Winnebago River, water levels continue to drop to 5.7 feet. Northern pike bite is fair, walleye are fair. East Okoboji, crappie bite. Walleye season opens today. Thank you, Jake. Walleye season opens today, May 6th. Crappie bite is fair, bluegill are fair, and yellow perch. So all the Iowa Great Lakes, the walleye bite is open. You have a blessed day. Love the app. Check you out later. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Lost Island Lake, water temperatures in the low 50s. Okay, check out the Iowa Walleye Challenge. I'll tell you more about that here in a minute. Black crappie bite is good. Walleys are good. Minnewassada Lake, the black crappie bite is fair. Gills are fair. Spirit Lake, yellow perch are fair there. Walleye season is open today. The black crappie bite is good as well. Rathbun Reservoir is at 904.73 feet. Recreational pool is at 904. Courtesy docks are in. Black crappie bite is slow. Crappies are starting to move shallow. Channel catfish have no report. Walleye no report. Big Creek Lake, walleye bite is fair. Catching walleys, jigging with twister tail swim baits and minnows or leeches, trolling on live bait rigs with minnows or leeches. Concentrate on the upper half of the lake in 10 to 25 feet of water. Des Moines River, the channel catfish bite is good. The walleyes are fair. 3 Mile docks are in at 3 Mile. Black crappie bite is slow. Walleyes are fair. 12 Mile black crappie bite is fair. Try jigging near cedar tree brush piles and catching all sizes of crappie. Holy Smoke Barbecue and Car Show, June 3rd. We need 2 more competitors. There you go, Mike. All right, so this year's Walleye Challenge has begun. This is going to be from May 1st to June 30th. It's an event that is part of the statewide research project surrounding walleye populations in Iowa. It's an online tournament, so you don't have to travel any more than your favorite fishing hole to take part in it. All you got to do is just go to the mobile app MyCatch. Anglers of all ages and experience levels can register for the challenge weekly, and grand prizes are awarded based on length, number, and attempts at fishing for walleye, sauger, and saugeye. Submissions are completed by taking photos of your fish and on a measuring board. So whatever tape you got on your cooler, your measuring board on your side of your boat, take a picture of that so they can see the length and everything. There is a small fee of $25, but you can check out additional local prizes available in your area. So if you like that kind of thing, there you go. That's a fishing contest anybody can do. How about that? How about that? Good morning, Richard. Richard said it's a great online tournament. He would know. He's always fishing. He was fishing yesterday, I think. I saw a big crappie. Big crappie. Dan, what kind of calls are you still using this time of year? I'm still using everything. I tried everything on that Tom Slick. Is that his name, Slick? That's his name, Slick. Hi, Slick. We never had a Slick before, have we?
No.
All right. Hey, mister, what's your name? Well, my name's Slick. What you gonna do, boy? What can I do for you? What can I get you out of? I'm Slick. I have no idea what the hell that was.
I don't know where that came.
It's like I'm doing like a 1940s gangster with my mind sometimes. I don't know where I go sometimes. What was I talking about? Hey, you're the producer. You're supposed to keep track of this stuff.
I'm still keeping track of this stuff.
Oh, turkey calls. So, sorry, I got sidetracked there. Slick kind of got me discombobulated. So, anyway, I tried everything yesterday. I tried my mouth call. I tried using my friction glass, my friction slate. I tried using my box call. I tried a gobble call. I did everything I know how to do to get that turkey in, and he would not come in. And there was another one on the other side of me. Don't know what their problem is, but they were not being cooperative. Richard said he got soaked the night before at Big Creek, gave me a 15-inch crappie and several walleye. Well, there you go, Richard. That's awesome. Man, I'm telling you, fishing's on fire right now. If you want to get out there and wet a line, it's a great time to do that. I'm telling you. 7:46 and some change. Let me tell you about the fine folks in Advanced Family Dentistry. I'm going to do it early today. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, if you have dental pain or dental discomfort going on, don't suffer through that. Go and call 515-964-1490 and say, hey, I need to get in there and see Dr. Scott, Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, or Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart, or Dr. Williams. And I need to get in there quick so I can get back to my hunting and fishing and feel better about myself. They do cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, general dentistry care. They can even help you with the smile you always wanted with the Invisalign. That gives you the perfect smile without anybody knowing about it. They can do cosmetic dentistry and help you with treat sleep apnea as well. Just give them a call, 964-1490. They're located at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. That's where I go because he's a Jedi dentist. He uses the Force to calm me down because I'm a big baby. And when I get out of there, I always feel better. And you will too. Go check them out at ankenysmiles.com. And when you leave, they should say, may the floss be with you.
Floss will be with you.
Floss, Obi-Wan, you senile bat Jedi. Been telling him that for like 5 years. He figured he'd figure it out.
Well, like you said, senile. He's not going to listen.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. All right, I got to take this last big break. When I come back, I'm going to tell you about the trail cameras. We'll be right back on the big 1350. Almost said something else. On the big show. It's not really a big show. It's just us. 1350 ESPN. We'll be right back.
Squirrel.
Now I'm
You're
itchy.
heading out on your morning hunt.
I'm telling you, allergies. I don't have allergies. What's going on? What in the wide world of sports is going on?
Location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in. Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear.
Oh, I've heard of Onyx.
You always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stands.
Yeah, what he said.
The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want to always know where you are and have the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store today.
When you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny that's your one-stop outdoor shop. That's Sportsman's Warehouse. The Sportsman's Warehouse has everything you need from fishing, hunting, firearms, and camping gear that will make any outdoor trip a success. Sportsman's Warehouse carries nationally known brands that have been tried and proven in the field and on
What's
the
everybody
water.
doing today?
Smokers and grills
Anybody
that
going
cook all your meats.
fishing? You going hunting?
Kayaks and boat
Going
gear are also on
shopping?
hand to help you find more fish when you go wet a line.
Nothing?
Sportsman's Warehouse has all the footwear and clothing choices at great prices that will make sure you
I gotta do
are
laundry.
outdoors
I gotta wash all my
in
hunting
comfort
clothes.
and style. If you're
My
traveling,
hunting
you can
clothes
also
need some
go
washing.
shop 24/7 at sportsmanswarehouse.com. So next time
Yeah,
you're
that's
planning
about
your
where
next
we're at,
outdoor
too.
adventure, make sure that you check
Tulip
out
time and Pella. There you go, Lucas.
in Ankeny.
Lucas, how does your family like those socks?
This is Dave.
Lucas got a bunch of Nordlander socks for that boot contest.
We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even
Got to fix your wiring on your boat, Richard? Wow. I tried that once. It wasn't fun. Man, I tell you what, that inner console on those Lunds, man, that's tight in there. I had to run some fishing line through and drag the wires through the back of the side of the boat and stuff. That took me forever. Wife loves them. Mom still doesn't know yet. There you go, Lucas.
1577. That's 515.
Oh, it's not Mother's Day. I'm sorry. Hopefully she's not watching. I apologize if I spilt the beans.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the field. They're extremely lightweight.
I'm telling you, Richard,
Easy to pack. Their
it's
patented
tight in there.
system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The
About 2
bases
minutes.
are
I was hooking that live scope up in there, and it's like, I don't know.
multiple camera arms are available,
It
including
worked.
Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models
I
can
miss
handle
my boat.
Consumer Pro video and perform quietly in the field.
Yeah.
You can
I
even
miss it.
custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera.
It was a good boat.
If you're
It's at
looking for
Donovan's dad's. Hilly bought it. Him and Connie are out there fishing with it.
Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great
Nah,
video
at
action.
least they're using it. Well, that cancer stuff scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Because I used to get sunburned out there all the time, and I can't stand wearing that face mask and when you're fishing and stuff. That drives me nuts.
Sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using
Gotcha, Richard.
flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is
Richard, no, don't get mad at me, but every time I see your name pop up, I want to say, Richard!
fillet knives, gut hooks.
You probably get sick of hearing that.
The Work
Richard!
Sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive.
That's what I should have named my dog.
Proper
And then I could have done that all the time. Richard! Come here, Richard! 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 Big Richard in a little pen. Get your ball, Richard!
Consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool
Yeah.
sharpeners or the Work Sharp knife sharpener at a store near you. Or anytime at worksharptools.com. That's worksharptools.com.
Well, at least you got a good sense of humor about it.
Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio, making squirrels' lives better every week right here on 1350 ESPN. So what we're going to do is we're going to give away some Pro X. I think they're Pro X. They're the ones with the GPS trackers in them. And I want to thank, I said, son, I want to thank my friends over at X Pros. They are the Tacticam Reveal X Pros. So I'll probably do this after turkey season wraps up. So we'll probably start this in June because we'll probably do here. Let's do it in June because here's the thing. If you're a pure whitetail fan, how many pure whitetail fans do I have out there watching us right now on Facebook Live? Give me a thumbs up if you're a pure whitetail fan. Come on, let me see them out here. I'll give you my thumbs up. If you're on the radio, you can hold your thumb up. Andrew will see you. Andrew's holding his thumb up. Where's my thumb? Where's my little thumb thing? There it is. Pure whitetail fan, there's my thumb. Right there behind the respect the game. All right. That's enough of that. All right, how many pure whitetail fans I got? So June 1st is National Pea Day. So what that means is that's when Pure Whitetail starts releasing some of their deer pea that they raise there for starting mock scrapes. Now, if you listened to the show last year, you know I started scraping on my hunting properties in first couple weeks of June, and I did that, and I'm telling you what, it paid off because I was tagged out within the first. My second set in Iowa, I was done. I had a really nice buck on the ground, and I had great deer pictures from July all the way into when I shot my deer. If you don't believe, or you've never tried making mock scrapes, I encourage you to do that. It's a fun way to get out there and know your property, get a chance to take inventory of what deer you got coming in and out of your hunting ground. And I'm just going to tell you, not every mock scrape works. So what I try to do is I try to go on scrape lines that I know are all the way established already, and then I'll take and make a brand new scrape. I'll rake it out or dig it out with a spade, whatever I have with me, an axe, whatever, and then I'll take that pure whitetail. A lot of times I'll use Bachelor Group, which is like it's a buck urine. And I'll use that because I want the bucks to go in there, and then I'll make a licking branch right there, and I'll put a scent on that, and within usually a couple days, I got deer hitting it. Now I've actually had it before. I put it on a scrape that I made the year before, and I've had it actually within a couple hours of me putting that back out again. They're back on it hitting again. Deer will check scrapes all year long. That's how they communicate. And the scraping activity does pick up as we get into the rut or the breeding pattern of the deer. But that's a great way to not only increase your trail cam stuff, but to check out what you got in your area. So we're going to probably start that contest on June 1st, okay? And then I got some other stuff to tell you about next hour too. Lotta Pop, we're going to do a big deal for Father's Day with Lotta Pop. And custom bow equipment's got a neat deal I'm going to tell you about too. It doesn't cost you a thing, just go in and enter, but they're giving away $1,000 worth of custom bow equipment, quivers, sights, stabilizers, rests. They're giving away $1,000 package every month. I'll tell you about that next hour. How about that? Is that okay? Where do you get Pure Whitetail products at? You can get that at purewhitetail.com. You can message me later and I'll tell you. I got a couple other people, but we got to go. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. He's our turkey biologist. We're going to be talking turkey. We'll be right back.
In these times when a lot of us
I got to figure out how to give those cameras away.
More important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287.
I'll probably do like I'll probably just do like a random thing during the week on the app. And if you just email me, and I'll probably just put you in a drawing and we'll give a couple of those away. That's probably what we'll do.
Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer
they're great cameras. I love those reveals. That's all I run.
So if you want more time on the water or in the woods,
but I can't wait to get out there and get my mock scrapes going again because I love seeing the deer grow, man. They grow like an inch a day. It's crazy.
Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Get those going July, August, September, and by October 1st, man, you can make you a little list of your target deer that you want to try and get a hold of. And that doesn't even count all the deer that come in from during the rut when the bucks start traveling. You never know what's going to show up on camera, right?
PureCrappie.com has the bait apparel every crappie angler will appreciate.
Philip and Larry got me hooked on those mock scrapes because I didn't do that up until like 3 years ago. But boy, they work. And like I said, there's going to be times where you put a scrape out and it doesn't work. What you do is you go down another 150 yards, try to find another trail and put a scrape there. Sometimes you got to try a couple times. But
as you know, you educate your
them deer, man, they're smart.
checking cameras in the field. With Reveal,
once you get them on a scrape, though, they're there almost every day. It's crazy.
Right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night.
No, Jim, you don't want to use estrus in the summer. That's not gonna be good. You don't want to use estrus until you get into the Halloween week, 1st of November. That's when you're gonna want to use the doe estrus for that. But that's a good question, Jim.
RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars. And now, fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and Parmesan, smoky bacon.
Oh, so you're doing your job.
Just to name a few.
No, I'm not doing my job.
Outdoor Stand Show. This is Andrew. What's your name? We'll put you on a quick hold. We'll be right there.
Hey, thanks for calling. Thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, hi. This is Andrew. Hey, what's going on? What's the temperature where you're at? Yeah, what'd you watch on TV last night? Yeah, well, that's good.
Let's get going. This is all about
5-minute conversation. I never had a producer in my life that does that.
At the district of Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street.
Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't know that.
Hey, if they're going to tell me that, I'm going to go with it.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. And that was gone! A Des Moines Radio Group station.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good U.S. of A. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite. If you haven't taken the Elite Challenge yet, I encourage you to do that. Shootability Challenge, you can do that over at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. I got an Era on order with Mark right now. I'm shooting the Omnia right now. I got 2 turkeys with my Omnia, and that's a great bow. From top to bottom limb, that thing is so well made, and if you go shoot it, it will impress you. The speeds out of that bow is incredible, and it's got such an easy draw cycle. Go check it out, the Elite Omnia or that new carbon. First time Elite's ever done a carbon, and they've just sold a ton of them. Really, really impressive bows. And go over to Mark, and he'll show you over there at Archery Field and Sports what all the fuss is about. Let's head over to the phones, and we're going to check in with our good friend Jim Coffey, Iowa DNR turkey biologist. Jim, congratulations on your turkey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was a good day.
Yeah. Well, was it a quick hunt or was it a setter?
Oh no, it was a good 5-6 hours. Yeah, it was an all morning hunt.
Did you get a 2-year-old or did you get an older one?
It was a 3-year-old, probably, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you?
Over inch spurs.
How much?
A little over an inch.
A little over an inch. That's a good bird.
Yeah, inch and 8.
Do you age them when you're calling to them and talking to them? Do you ask them how old they are? I mean, how much communication do you do with these birds?
Yeah, my communication is if they gobble and they strut, they're a target for me. I like watching Jake. I enjoy watching their antics, but I don't shoot Jakes anymore if I can avoid it. I've made mistakes in the past, like we all do. So if they gobble good and they got a nice strong tail, then I don't care how old they are.
Yeah. Morning, Tom. Good to see you. You know, I was telling the listeners, I was kind of kidding. I said, and I talked to Jim about this yesterday when I called him. I could have doubled up on Monday. I called 2 really nice toms in. I got the one, and the other one just would not leave. He goes over and checks his. This is the first time. Usually when I dump them real quick, because with a bow, they don't know what happened. It's so quiet, And usually they go over and peck on them, and they'll grab their snoot, and they're kind of mean to them because I guess if that was a dominant bird, I guess they try to say I guess they're challenging dominance or whatever. Is that what that is?
Well, it's just a little spirit. Something changes and they don't know how to react.
Hey Jim, you got what happened there? Yeah, say something else.
Yeah, well, I was moving. I'll get closer to the window here.
Right there. That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you repeat that?
Well, sometimes those birds that come in together have been together for most of their lives, and everything they do is kind of like twins. They just react the same, and all of a sudden when one of them is dead after it's been shot, the other one doesn't know how to react. So their instincts kick in, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, this is a different scenario. I have to do something. And that often is back, like you said, that dominance thing. They jump on them, they kick them, they spur them, they try to get them to move because they've never done anything other than what the other bird has done with them.
Yeah. That's why that other Tom hung around for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they don't know what to do because they've always been together.
Well, now I feel bad.
Well, it is kind of an interesting feeling because I've had that, and I know several other hunters have had that happen too. And it's kind of like, my buddy's gone. Now what do I do?
Yeah.
They've always done everything together, but life goes on. He'll be fine.
Well, what do? They just go reestablish in another flock?
Usually not. They'll just become an independent bird. But if they're highly associated with other birds, of course, birds are social. They'll try to hang out, but he's just going to move up that pecking order. He's going to be older. He's going to have to be independent and learn to live his life, his own way. Whereas he's always had that other one right there with him, and they always kind of just did stuff together. But even that being said, one of those birds was the dominant bird. One of those birds was making the decisions if they go left or they go right. What do they do?
Yeah. Well, I went to the one that went to the decoy first, so.
Yeah. And that's always kind of interesting because when they come in pairs, there's a little bit of competition there. Sometimes it's the dominant bird that's actually the second bird because he's doing more strutting and more looking, and it's that other bird that's more of a follower that comes in first because he kind of wants to get there.
Well, the one I didn't shoot had bigger spurs, so he was probably the dominant one.
Well, I'm not a spur looker.
Yeah.
I can't see. My eyes aren't that good.
Well, I'm not either. I'm just, the guys on the TV show were giving me trouble because they were looking at the footage. And it's like, I don't have time to look for spur length and all that. I'm trying to film and make a good shot and all this other stuff. I ain't got time to look at spurs.
Yeah, and I don't use a blind or anything, so I'm more worried about movements and when can I do this and do that. Spurs are the last thing on my mind. Again, it's identifying that beard, making sure it's a target that I want, knowing my range, and then being able to put that bead on the right spot.
Yeah. So, we're getting into the last week of the season, starting Monday. It's over the next Sunday, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got 2 weekends left.
Yep.
This weekend, next weekend.
Yep. So when we're getting this late, like I was telling everybody that, and I told Jim the story yesterday. I had at least 3 or 4 different gobblers around me, and I just couldn't get them. They just shut up as soon as they flew down off the roost, and I had one sound off within 50, 60 yards of me to my right, and I tried everything I could to get that bird in, and when he sounded off again, when he got him to gobble, he was farther away. So, it's just, what do you do in that situation? Just shut up?
Well, yeah, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. It's interesting because turkeys are turkeys, and we have this mindset that when we call, that they will come to us, and that's not the case. And in some cases, we always talk about the hens are supposed to go to the gobbler anyway. That's right. The biology of it. But sometimes these birds are just gobbling to gobble. They're out there. They're still feeding. I've been watching lots of gobblers without hens that are just feeding. And they're gobbling every once in a while. They're strutting. They're really not doing anything other than showing off, but they're just feeding. And you think they're like, oh, I've got to breed. I've got to find a hen, but they're just doing turkey stuff. So usually when I get a bird close enough, I'm a pretty apprehensive caller because I'm always going to screw up. And I don't like to call too loud. I think that's one of the main mistakes most people make. So when I get a bird that's in that really in the decision making area, that 50-yard, 70-yard range, I call very sparingly. And like we talked about yesterday, a lot of times I'll just scratch leaves because they can hear those leaves being scratched, and they know there's other birds over there feeding. So that's more of a draw. If they're not in that breeding mode where they want to come over and court that hen, they just might want to go and be social. So if you can just do a little bit of light scratching, kind of get them to work their way in, that extra 10, 15 yards. And if you got a decoy, now they'll see your decoy. Now maybe that brings them in a little bit closer too.
Now, I used a breeding pair Monday when I got those 2 toms to come in, and like they were kind of stopping and locking up about 40, 45 yards from me. And I took that string and I made it to look like it was breeding that lay down hen. And they just popped right in the strut and they came running right in. So
Yeah.
now yesterday, go ahead.
I think you're playing against their psychology there again. Is they see something else going on, their testosterone's worked up, and they're like, oh, we need to get over there and be part of this. We need to see what's going on.
Well, I like that. That worked in my favor, so that was good. I got meat in the freezer. So yeah, absolutely. So now yesterday I did that, and I couldn't see the bird. It was over to the right of me, and I was in a blind, so I couldn't. It was in the woods are starting to really get full up. So I'm thinking about putting my strutter, my Jake strutter back out, and 2 or 3 hens around him when I go Monday, and maybe just sit there and just do a soft clucks and purrs and not yelp. And that way, if I do get a blind gobble, instead of trying to call, I might just do some purrs. And if he sees that strutter over there and just scratch some leaves, maybe that'll get him in.
Yeah, again, now you're playing to the sociology part of the bird is that they just want to be around other birds. And some of these late season gobblers, they've been called out a lot, or they've been gobbling every morning for the last 60 days, and they're just looking. They're walking and looking, and that's where your decoys come in well. But you might have to move a little bit because, like you said, the woods are filling up, so you might have to be out on those edges a little bit where those decoys are a little more visible, getting that bird that's just walking by to kind of turn and make an angle and come towards you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to do that because if there's, the nice thing about using a full tail fan with that, or like, if there's any breeze, it does, those feathers move and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, but there's lots of leaves moving, there's lots of other movements, and sometimes that makes that turkey, just that much more wary, too, because there's just a lot. They live off of their sight, and as it greens up, they get a lot more looky as they go through the woods. They'll stop. They'll go to that alert position. They're really looking for scenarios versus, 2 or 3 weeks ago, those woods were open. They could see a couple 100 yards pretty easily, and they could see things moving. And now it's just, everything's a little bit slower right now.
Yeah. Hey, well, somebody asked me this the other day, and if I don't know where I pulled this number out, but I told them I'd talk to you about this today. What is their memory like? I was always told they had about a 10-minute, 20-minute attention span. Is that right, or?
I've never read any research that shows that they show what an actual memory length is, but obviously, they have to remember some scenarios. They remember ridges. They know where obstructions are at, things like that, just from living there every day. And then, we play advantage to just, again, the hormone side of it is that they make stupid decisions.
Yeah.
They normally shouldn't do this, but all of a sudden, because it's the breeding time of the year, it's a lot like deer hunting. That buck's pretty wary most times of the year, but when the rut's on, he'll do some crazy things. So we take advantage of that. I know guys that have called birds in, spooked them, and an hour later they'll call them back in again. So obviously that turkey knows something's up. He's left, but yet he's not as wary, or his hormones have taken over that he's willing to take that risk and come back in. Now, whether that's memory or not, I don't know. But it just depends on each individual scenario.
Hey, I've been seeing a couple more pictures this year about white turkeys. What's that about?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of going around. It depends on, there's different melanistic phases. So sometimes you'll see some birds that are lighter in color, but there are what are referred to as ghost turkeys.
Yeah.
And those are kind of a genetic anomaly. I've actually seen a couple pictures this year, too, of really, really dark melanistic turkeys, dark turkeys, that people are like, hey, what's going on? And those are just, it's kind of, I can joke with people, all raccoons look the same until you throw 4 of them down together, and then you realize they don't look the same. So we kind of think that turkeys all look the same until you start seeing one that's a little bit odd, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't look like everybody else. So ghost turkeys are out there. They're pretty rare. Yeah, but that's just usually just a genetic factor of the right gene expressing itself.
Well, how do you know if it's a domestic turkey or not?
Yeah, so that becomes the big question because there are some of the ghost turkeys look like some of the domestic turkeys, and they've probably been bred down through. But typically, from a biology standpoint, we look at the leg diameter, and so domestic turkeys' body conditions are different. They have thicker legs because they usually support more weight. They're not as stealthy as you need to be to live in the wild. So there's always a chance that there could be some interbreeding, but that's pretty rare.
Well, I just didn't know. I mean, because if one came in, I would love to take one and get a full body mount. I think that would be a beautiful mount. You know, but it's like, I don't want somebody coming out after me with a broom saying, "You shot Terrence! You shot Terrence!"
Yeah, that's always the question we get is like, is this somebody's pet or is this some? You know, I don't want to shoot a 4-H project.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
I already feel bad enough separating the two turkeys I did Monday. Now I'm shooting. You know, but man, I know I've seen 4 or 5 different people that have shot those white ghost turkeys this year. That's kind of crazy. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. Well, we've had good reproduction the last couple of years. So there's some good numbers of birds out there, but again, it's just a genetic phenomenon that happens, and it could be one of those things too. Is we try to kind of keep track of it as we see it, just because it's usually a recessive gene. It can be a little bit more localized sometimes, kind of like with piebald deer.
Right.
You start seeing a population of piebald deer, it'll kind of keep expressing itself because that gene is in that area.
Okay. All right.
Black squirrels, same thing.
Yeah. Well, we got different squirrels, that's for sure, too. 8:15 and some change. Jim, hang on. I got to hit a real quick break. We come back. I want to talk a little bit about tail fans on a wild turkey. And I got 2 more questions for you. Is that okay?
You bet.
All right. We'll be right back with DNR biologist Jim Coffey on 1350 ESPN.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks.
Ghost turkeys. Did you know about that?
With every sip, from the
Man, that'd be a
whiskey and
heck of a full body mount, wouldn't it? Have them flying like that. I got my Grand Slam mounted, and that's the last ones that I did. But if I ever harvested a white one, a ghost one, that'd be pretty cool.
They're located at
They're beautiful
1400
birds.
West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa.
Jenny and I saw Renfield last night.
ReveltonDistillery.com
It was all right.
or visit them at the distillery.
And the ending was kind of weird, huh? Yeah, it's worth watching. It's pretty funny. It's really gory though. It's like Kill Bill meets Weekend at Bernie's.
Really? Where'd you see it on again?
Amazon. We streamed it. I told you I'm not going to the movie theater no more. I'm not going to pay $20 for a box of popcorn.
I get you.
Man, that's just crazy. Crazy, I tell you. I used to take the kids to the show all the time, and it costs you $35, $40 for 4 of you, and that's all right. I can live with that. But you start getting into $75, $80, and it's like, what the hell? And then there's always somebody rocking the back of your seat. Oh, I tell you what, that annoys me. I have to say some Serenity now. Remember that from Seinfeld? Serenity now. You touch that back of my seat one more time, I'm going to take... What was that movie with Arnold? He broke the pencil. See this pencil? You touch that back of that seat, that's going to be your neck. What was that movie? I can remember snippets. I can't remember movies anymore.
Archery Field and Sports at East
Gotta be
56th
digestible
Street
bite
in
size.
Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575.
I'm going to ask him about tail fans and how the turkey clutches are doing.
6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure takes you. Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice
40
substitute
seconds.
that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Pack.
I got some Blaze Orange ones coming. We're going to give those away here as soon as I get them. That's going to be pretty cool.
You'll keep your beverages of choice at
Easy to
frosty
find.
cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hope you're having a great Saturday all across the good U.S. of A. I got Jim Coffey on, the Iowa DNR biologist that specializes in the old feather friends, turkeys. That's what we like about that. Jim, if a turkey loses they normally have 18 feathers in their tail fan, right?
Correct, yep.
If they lose a feather, does it grow back?
Oh, absolutely.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it can start, typically we think I have just a typical molt, but a lot of times when a feather is removed prior to a molt, it'll start to regenerate itself pretty quickly.
So if I miss and I take off one or two tail feathers, do they start growing back immediately?
Well, if you cut them off with your razors, probably not, because it's not going to stimulate the follicle to produce a new feather.
Okay.
So that follicle would have to fall out, or that sheath of that feather, and then it would start to reproduce. So, but feathers are kind of one of those neat phenomenon that are designed as a predator guard too. So if a coyote runs up and grabs a mouthful of tail feathers, those tail feathers get pulled out. The turkey lives another day because the coyote has a mouthful of feathers.
Right.
And then, of course, those feathers will be replaced. But if they're just broken off, the body doesn't recognize that as being a lost feather. So it'll stay there until it actually molts it out.
Okay. How many times do they molt a year?
Usually 2. Yeah.
2 times a year? Okay.
Excuse me.
No, you're good.
And that's what we see when we see that jake tail fan being replaced. Is those are those juvenile feathers being replaced and coming back in with those adult feathers.
I got you. All right. So, how's the clutch doing? Are they? You think we think we'll have a good hatch?
Well, we've been having some drier conditions in Iowa, and that typically is a good thing for nesting. We'll be entering really into the peak of nesting this week. The majority of first nets will be on the ground, and of course, there's always new nests being developed because some get predated and moved around. But yeah, I think right now we're in a pretty good scenario. We're a little late this year overall phenology-wise with the green up in the spring, but turkeys don't care too much about that. They go more by day length than they do by the green up. But yeah, I think we're in good shape right now.
Okay, well, that's encouraging. I think I've been seeing more turkeys this year.
Oh, absolutely. That's a common thing I've been hearing from people, and of course then they get worried. They're worried when there's not enough turkeys. They're worried when there are too many turkeys because you got too many turkeys. I got busted a couple of times watching one bird and another bird snuck in behind me. And as a hunter, if you're sitting there and you hear that putt behind you, you're like, oh, okay, it's over.
Yeah.
There's another set of eyes I didn't see. But, it's always fun when there's lots of birds in the woods.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, my last question is, how's Bigfoot and how's the relocation doing with the DNR?
The program? Yeah, I haven't seen any. I'm out of mine. Maybe the weather's just a little bit too dry. You can't find the prints down in the creek bottoms or something. But we always get a few phone calls every year about it, and I tell people I'm still looking, but I haven't found one yet.
I think there's over 20 sightings in Iowa. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I looked up. I think it was 20 or 25 reported sightings, and we're getting more bear reports in Iowa too. I'm getting emails about bears.
Yeah, and if you watch some of the surrounding states, especially Wisconsin and Missouri, Missouri's population has been expanding about 10% a year for the last several years. And they've got good, decent bear populations up through, the Missouri River, the Columbia area. They have a limited harvest now, and we always get a few bears coming down out of Wisconsin into northeast Iowa. So it's not impossible that a bear wouldn't show up in Iowa, but we very rarely had them stay very long. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a collared bear in Missouri on my show on Sunday nights I do down there. Mm-hmm. From Minnesota. They got him in Creve Coeur, Missouri, in St. Louis County, in the city, and they had to trap him and move him out. But he went all the way from Minnesota down to Missouri.
Yeah, people kind of get hung up in our own little world, and we see these political boundaries of Minnesota and Iowa, and Missouri, and Nebraska. Animals don't care. Animals are moving through habitats.
Yeah,
and they're doing what animals do, and young bears move, and young animals move. That's it's just the scenario of their life, as they have to find new territories, expand, and so when a bear goes from Minnesota to Missouri, we're like, oh my gosh, what happens? Like, he's just being a bear. He's moving.
Yep. Rick said they saw a bear on their property in Missouri. Yep. So I think they're allowing 40 bear in Missouri, and it's a quota. So once they get 40 bear that have been reported, then the season's over.
Right. Yeah. I think they've got 3 or 4 different hunting zones.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah. Quota in each zone.
Yeah. There's 4 bear zones, I think.
Well, and kudos to their agency as well. They're doing a great job of monitoring the population. They're trying to keep those bear-human conflicts to a minimum, which is always a concern to people. And they're allowing the population to do what it does, but yet be able to manage it. And that takes a lot of effort. So I applaud Missouri for doing what they're doing.
Yep. Anything else going on at the DNR you want to share with the folks?
Well, there's always lots of great things going on. We're getting lots of phone calls about mushroom hunting, and the birders are really out. The warblers have shown back up, so we're getting lots of those phone calls. And people are getting their life lists going, or even their annual lists going again. And I'm seeing young fox pups, and I'm seeing young squirrels out there. So it's just a fun time of the year, and all the spring ephemeral flowers. So if you're an outdoors person, it's time to get out and enjoy as spring comes on.
Yeah, hey, somebody asked me about this, and I told them I'd ask you because I don't know the answer. Did raccoons, did they lift the fur bearer season on raccoons in Iowa?
Well, there was a couple of different scenarios, and I am not sure where the legislative one ended at. And then we were proposing one through our rulemaking process, which is a much longer process. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if any one of them have been completed yet. But there was some discussion of extending. From the DNR standpoint, we were going to extend the seasons, and I think from the legislative standpoint, they were going to open the seasons to continuous year-round on farmland.
Right.
But I can't speak to either one of those to know if they've been finalized or signed by the governor.
Yeah, I didn't. I know the legislative session's over. I didn't know if what got passed or whatever. So I'll try and find out. I just thought I'd ask you because you're my go-to guy now.
Sure, yeah, and the thing with the governor, or with the legislative one, obviously that would become law usually on July 1st, or when the governor signs it. So they may have passed it out of the House and the Senate. I don't know that for sure, and it might be at her desk, but it obviously would not be law until the governor signed it.
Yeah. All right, Jim. Thank you, buddy. It's always a pleasure having you on, and thank you for taking some time out of your Saturday for us.
Yeah, always great questions, Dan. Appreciate it.
Well, are you going hunting?
Actually, I've got some other obligations today.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm telling you, Jim, I'm getting senile, man. I know what it just popped in my head as soon as I said that, what you're doing. But have fun.
You bet. Yep, it's a busy time of the year.
Yep, thanks, buddy.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye. There he goes. There he goes, Jim Coffey. Fine feller right there. 827 and some change. Rick, I don't blame you, man. I don't want the wife returning fire at me either. Rick said they saw a bear on their property in Missouri. Jeff, how's it going, buddy? And he couldn't shoot it because his wife would return fire. Yeah. But I'm telling you, Rick, nothing against Roxanne, but them bear meat's good, man. Bear burgers. It's awesome. Little pepper jack cheese, some bacon in there. Good stuff. All right, let me take another quick break. This break is brought to you by the fine folks at Herman's Fine Jewelers. I was going to get something for my wife because she's got a big birthday coming up. But then she told me she wants a hutch. I said, well, is that what you want for your birthday? And she goes, yeah, I want a hutch. So I go, well, you go get whatever hutch you want, and I'll pay for it for your birthday. So they don't sell hutches at Herman's. But if they did, they would be awesome hutches because they do everything right over there at 2900 University Avenue in West Des Moines, Suite 150. If someone's in your neck of the woods, Mother's Day is coming up. If you want to get a nice little bauble for mom, they've got specials going on. They've always got earring packages going on for special occasions. You can always call them too, 515-222-2600. Tell Donnie and Frank Outdoors Dan sent you. They do a lot of nice stuff over there, and they're super nice people. Just, if you want to have a treasure for someone that you treasure this year, go over to Herman's Fine Jewelers, and I promise you, they'll take really good care of you. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't have to.
Tyler, of those 93 birds, a lot of them I did keep the tail fans, but I only used the tail fans for like a year or two, and then they get beat up so bad I have to use other ones. I've got 4 mounted turkeys, and I've got probably about 14 or 15 tail fan mounts down in my downstairs. And I actually quit doing it because I ran out of space a little bit. But now I try to keep as much as I can of the bird. I always keep the spurs and the beards. And if I don't keep the fan, I usually cut them and give them to friends of mine and do that.
If you're looking for a natural
But great question, Tyler.
Or reduce your daily stress, please go check out Emperor One.
I hear you, Rick. I hear you.
Emperor1CBD.com. Your days will start feeling better.
Bear brother. Oh, brother.
Ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that...
Larry's down in Kansas hunting.
Where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the...
Man, I can't wait to go fishing.
The way the customer wants it.
Get that old jig going, that jig and minnow. Just feel that little thump.
And hand wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like,
I don't think there's anything better than fresh crappie or walleye. Catfish is good too. I love my crappie and my walleye.
All sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order.
And my deer meat, my turkey. Boy, them turkey strips I had for my Kansas bird.
Check them out today, or just.
I'm just telling you what, folks. If you don't get out there and try to eat some of this stuff, you're missing out. It's awesome food.
If you're in outdoors, whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping.
It is good, isn't it, Richard?
As comfortable as possible. Camp right.
Man, you strip them out.
Problem-free as possible since.
That's just so good.
Outdoor enthusiasts use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent.
Have you been using Artlist lately? I haven't been on there in a while. Have you? Why don't you send me some songs that you think are upbeat and good? I need some new liner songs. I'm going to redo some liners.
17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products. Camp Ride is the
What are you doing this weekend?
I got
check out all these Camp
my
Ride
family
products
coming over later today,
or on the web
just kind of get the house ready.
That's Camprite with a K.
Get prepped to go in.
If you're into cooking
Go home
wild
and take a nap.
probably love to transform your wild
your
game
Sunday.
into delicious meals or great tasting snacks.
Tell you what,
High
at 3:30 every
Mountain
morning is
Seasonings
getting
has
old.
everything you need to help you make some of the best
Even the
tasting
dog's getting
sauces,
grumpy.
sticks, or jerky around.
He gets. I got that My lab's 3 years old. He is such a grumpy dog, man.
Sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your
You're
family
3. What are you going to be like when you're 9 and 10?
Grilling steaks or smoking
Grump?
your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty
That
spices.
dog. He just starts hopping and stuff when I get home from hunting. He's so happy. He gets mad when I don't take him.
Produce taco and fajita blends that are spicing up
Grumpy.
kitchens and grills all across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings
Good
at
news is he
Sportsman's
probably
Warehouse
doesn't hold
or
that-
at your
hold a
favorite
grudge or
grilling
anything for too
retailer.
long.
Or
Yeah.
go to
Do you have the copy for the commercials?
and to find the
The
closest
written
store
copy?
near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
In the
All
mood
right,
for a
when I
great
get done
family
with the
treat
show, I'm
or a
going to
special
email
gift
you. We need
idea,
to redo
hop
those
on over to
spots
the
and
Lotta
get
Pop
that out of
store,
there.
located at 647
Yeah,
South
email me
Ankeny
and I can-
Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find
I can
over
voice
30
one, I
fresh
can try-
flavors of the
I
most
shoot it
delicious
out
Iowa
there.
That was
grown
High Mountain
popcorn in the
Seasonings
central
right there,
Iowa
right?
area. You'll love the fresh hop flavors like caramel, caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic
What
mix,
was the other
just to
one he
name a
does?
few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can
Tell
help
me
you
what
pick
the
out
last
a
two
perfect
spots were.
variety pack,
What was
tin
before
or
High
gift
Mountain?
package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State
Is it
Games from
Sportsman's
locally grown
Warehouse?
and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising
That he
for your
does?
school. For more information, contact
I thought we
Lotta Pop
redid all
at
that.
525-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, if you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, I'm going to give away another Onyx subscription, 515-244-1350, 515-244-1350. Just call in and say hi. That's all you got to do. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, and we'll text it to you. You just need to make sure you have a smartphone to take care of that. My dog, man, I was telling everybody on Facebook Live, my dog's, it's just getting up at 3:30 every morning. It's wearing on me a little bit. And my dog, I've got a 3-year-old lab named Raven, and he is getting so grumpy. That alarm goes off, I hear, and it's like, shut up, you grumpy dog. And then I go, come on, let's go outside. And I got to drag him off the bed to get him to go out to do his deal. And then I throw him back in the house and give him a little treat, and then I take off. But he gets mad. He gets mad when I don't take him. But when I get home, that little happy dance that he does is so cute. It makes, even if I don't get a shot or I love seeing that little happy dance from him. So they're just awesome pets, man. He is grumpy though, grumpy butt. That little It's just kind of crazy.
Well, perfect. Congrats, TJ.
All right, TJ is a winner. TJ just called in, so thank you, TJ. All right. Tell TJ I said thank you.
It helps to be speedy.
Yeah, speedy, TJ Speedy. 8:36 and some change here on the show. So here's if you like to bow hunt, I got a really nice way, easy way for you to win a bunch of stuff. No purchase necessary. This is the kind of stuff I love telling you about. If you go to custombowequipment.com, just open that up. You'll see there's a little contest window that says enter to win a accessory package from Custom Bow Equipment. Just hit that enter button and then fill it out. And then when it asks how you heard about it, put Respect the Game TV. Respect the Game TV. But they're giving away every month a quiver, a sight, a rest, and stabilizer. It's like $1,000 a month. And all you got to do is just smash that button. And then will you do me one little favor though? Go to Custom Bow Equipment or CBE on Facebook or social media and like their page. Will you do that for me? And they're trying to get their likes up a little bit, but they got some great new sights. They got some cool sights coming out. I think they were released, but instead of having the pins horizontal, they're vertical now. You got them going this way. And I'm telling you what, I saw them when Larry and I were in Kansas turkey hunting this year. Larry had the new sights on there, and they are awesome. So go check those out. You're going to be pretty impressed with those. So check them out. Let's see. I told you about that. That was the custom bow deal. I told you about the fishing contest that we got going on. Let's see. That wasn't it. A lot of pop. Well, we're doing popcorn for pop. I'm going to give away four big prize boxes. We're just going to do trivia on the show. So we'll have those here. When's Father's Day? Mid-June?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so June, boy, we're going to be busy in June. We're going to have like several things going on. I called Arlie over at Lotta Pop, and he's going to get a big variety box put together. So we'll give 4 of those away to whatever dad out there that's listening that loves popcorn, mom or the kids, you're going to want to call us in June and get one of those popcorn for pop packages from Lotta Pop Popcorn. You like that? Popcorn for pop? Popcorn for pop.
Pop.
Yeah, and I got to make sure to double tape them so Andrew doesn't stick anything out of there this time.
Hey, you know what? If it's there, it's not my fault if it just disappears.
It's kind of your fault. It is kind of your fault.
I cannot be held accountable for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just excited. I mean, we got fishing. We're in the full swing of fishing right now. Turkey season's waning down. You know, people are finding morels. The mushrooms have popped up. We're getting some nice sized morels now, so people will be happy about that. Wear your tick. Make sure you're wearing your Limit-Tick out there when you're out there. The ticks are getting bad. I've got buddies of mine that are getting ate up that don't have Limit-Tick, and I keep telling them, you gotta wear the socks, the pants, and the shirts, and you won't have any ticks or chiggers on you. But the ticks are getting bad out there, so just make sure you're careful out there. So I don't know. I get to go to Ohio in July. I'm going to be at the Pure Whitetail Bash, and that was my first really trip to Ohio last year, and I met so many nice people, and man, that was a great event. There were several thousand people there, and Larry and myself and Philip Vanderpool, and did I tell everybody Philip got inducted into the Hall of Fame? I didn't? Did I? I thought I said that last week.
Not last week.
Philip Vanderpool is going to be inducted into the Hunting Hall of Fame. So everybody congratulate Philip if you get a chance. He deserves it. Philip's a good dude. I've been friends with Philip for over 30 years, and I've learned a lot of stuff from Philip over the last year. In my humble opinion, he's probably one of the best bow hunters, one of the best I've ever seen in this country. He's just a dedicated hunter, and he's a pretty humble guy. So if you get a chance to visit with P. Vitty, I encourage you to do that. Let's see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that Pure Whitetail Bash. That's going to be fun. So, not a big fan of the chili though. You ever had Skyline chili?
Yeah.
They put cinnamon in it, and just not a. Nah. It's not for me. I tried it.
It's not horrible or bad.
Well, it's not horrible.
But it's just, yeah, I'm with you there. It's just not.
Cinnamon in chili to me is just not chili. That's like if you go to Texas and you tell them you want beans in your chili, they'll hit you. They don't put beans in chili in Texas.
No?
No. That's not chili. Them Texans, man, they get ornery about their chili.
It's very interesting when you go down south what the different phrases and what people put in what, you know?
Yeah. I had a guy get really mad at me. You Yankees, man, that's not chili. I said, well, first of all, I'm from Missouri. I live in Iowa. I'm not whatever. But, it's just, I grew up, that's how my family made chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you should start by saying, first off, I'm a Cardinals fan. Second.
Yeah.
Beans are pretty good in chili.
Yeah. You can say what you want about the Cardinals, but I keep saying 11 World Series wins, so.
I know, it's okay to live in the past.
Yeah, well, what are you, an Atlanta fan?
Yeah.
What do they got, one?
Oh, no.
Yeah, one?
No, we have two now.
Two. Okay, two.
Did you forget 2021 World Champs?
I don't watch baseball anymore. They've slowed. I would go to the iCubs and watch that any day of the week and enjoy it, but I'm not paying that kind of money to go see people that are. I mean, come on, man. If they get thrown out at second, their feelings get hurt. That's not baseball.
No, it's interesting with all the rule changes now. Bigger bases.
Lou Brock, man. That was a man. That guy was a space stealing phenomenon. He got threw out. He'd salute the guy. Baseball. It's not even baseball anymore. It's like pickleball. Come on, what is pickleball? Come on.
First off, pickleball, pretty good.
Pickleball is for people that can't play tennis. Come on. I can't run all over that court. Now, I can't either. I'm so fat and out of shape. I used to play a lot of tennis, but, pickleball would be fun to do. But, I could see the attraction, but come on.
Well, it's kind of like, it's a lesser version of tennis, but a bigger version of table tennis.
It's like in between.
It is that in between.
Yeah. You know, when I was growing, we had racquetball. I mean, racquetball, you used to get court burns and stuff. You dive for a ball, you get all scuffed up, and there was some pain to it.
Well,
there's no pain in pickleball.
Unnecessary pain.
There's no pain in
Lock
pickleball.
yourself in a small box and then throw your body at the wall. That's just not for me.
Come on,
it's not for me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna stick to my hunting and fishing, where men and men are women are women. We're pioneers and adventurers. I get cut and snagged on every time I go out there. I'm always constantly putting Bactine on my finger. Do they even make Bactine anymore? Oh man, I'm sorry. It just come on. It just drives me crazy.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you. Yeah. You know, I did have. I hate wasps and snakes. Those are the two things that I hate. I was in the blind yesterday, and I reached over in my camera bag to get my DSLR for my second angle, and I just flipped over and I went to grab my camera bag lid, and I looked over. There's a wasp sitting right on my blind rod. And it's like I was like an inch from him, and it's like how I did not get stung amazes me. So I grabbed my Ziploc sandwich bag, and I opened that up, and I put my sandwich on my backpack, and I took that and I put it over the wasp, and I let him crawl up in it, because I didn't want to I'm not trying to make a lot of noise and shake the blind, because I hate wasps, man. I can't stand them. And I got him in the Ziploc bag, and I took it and I opened it up, and I tossed him out of the blind window. Get out of here. And then I looked up in the corner, and there was another one. I was like, oh, that's just like when I was in Kansas last year, and I'm sitting there filming, and I heard something moving. I looked down, there's a snake right at my boot. So it's just like, oh, that's just great. So I got my quiver, and it was a black snake. Grabbed my quiver real quick, and I got him hooked around my quiver, and I tossed him out the window real quick. I hate him.
You could have said you had a snake in your boot.
I had a snake in my boot. No, I didn't. I had my rubber boots on, but yeah, I'm telling you, man. You look down, there's a snake head looking right at you. Them wasps, man. I can't. I got stung real bad when I was a kid. I still can't stand them.
And now to get down to cases.
Absolutely. All right, it's 8:46. Are we caught up, or we got one more?
We got one more glorious big break ahead of us.
If you, yeah. What? What's the worst thing that ever happened to you fishing? The old hook and the thumb. I haven't got knock on wood. Now, is it the hook and the thumb, or is it dragging myself over the boat? I told you that story, didn't I? I told that story, didn't I, Ray? Andrew? Mm-hmm. I was fishing out at Big Creek by myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had that tiller boat. I just had that new Lund tiller boat, and I went to dock the boat, and it was real windy. And I was having trouble because it was just me, my fat rear in the back of the boat. So the front end of the boat's sticking up. So it takes me like 4 or 5 times to get into the dock so I can tie off. So I get it lined up finally. And I run up to the top, and I grab the dock, and I forgot to take the outboard out of drive, and it pulled me right over the boat in the water. I think that, and getting the hook and the thumb a couple times with the treble hooks when I was back trolling, that's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me fishing. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll be right back. Yeah, that was bad because when I jumped out of the water real quick. And I had to sneak back to the truck. I had to make just to make sure nobody saw me getting out of the water. It was embarrassing. We'll be right back on 1350.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, there you go, Rick. Have fun, buddy.
And a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh.
Have fun delivering the mail. Rick's a mailman. We love Rick.
You may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get...
He used to be my mailman. Then he just wouldn't... He got uppity and wouldn't deliver anymore.
The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, man. I'm glad I had extra clothes in the truck.
You could have a lifetime of complications.
I got home and told Jenny what happened to me. She goes, I want you to sell that boat. You're going to kill yourself.
Talent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it.
Oh man.
Effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs
Well, you're trying to. I hate trying to tie a boat up by your. Oh, it's just pain in the butt.
ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality game hide hunting clothing. To learn more,
That's when I got rid of that one and got that center console boat. Made it easier to dock.
Are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your
Them backtiller boats are great for back trolling though. Man, running those Rapalas or Shad Raps and stuff, back trolling. Caught a lot of nice walleye and northerns doing that.
That if you qualify will give you a guaranteed rate for your whole education while on the shooting team.
Just don't want to drown myself.
Cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunity.
Oh man, I can laugh about that now, but it wasn't funny at the time.
Why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless All-Americans
right
and
over.
has a winning record of 4 times?
And I had to reach back, I had to get back and climb in the boat as best I could to knock the motor off into neutral.
If you like to shoot
I was barely moving, but man, it just right over.
For more information, check them out.
Don't do that. Not good. So Itasca told me I could give away some more boots. So what do y'all want to do about that? Do you want to do like we did with the socks deal? Do you want to do now like that Norlander socks deal? I was drawing the winner, and then I would draw a couple other winners just to say thank you. Now I can do that again. If you want to do that like around Father's Day, you want to buy some socks for Pop, or I could, on the fishing contest that we're running right now, I could just give a couple extra boots away. So we'll have the grand prize winner for the fishing trip on the app if you email me the phrase. And then when I draw the winner for that, whoever doesn't win, I'll put them back in the drawing, and I could give away a couple boots doing that. It doesn't matter to me, whatever you all want to do. I try to do whatever you guys are going to like the best. So just message me or send me a text or whatever and tell me which way you'd like me to do it. But Itasca loves you guys. There's been several people that have won the boots that have reached out to them and told them how nice that they love the feedback. So they're real happy right now. I love my boots. They're great boots. They're not the most expensive boots in the world, but they're really, really comfortable.
The restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of
That sounds like something from Fast Times at Ridgemont High or something.
So much, it'll become one of your go-to places.
That's not going to be good for a promo.
Available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is
sounds like something off the Cosby Show.
University in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere.
Remember that?
Standard Restaurant, the perfect place to fill your tank. When
Do you remember that, Andrew?
Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
So I was talking to everybody on Facebook Live during the break. I was talking to Smith and my buddy Smith at Itasca Boots, and we did that big Norlander sock giveaway last week. We did it for like 3-4 weeks in a row. And what it was, if you bought a pair of Norlander socks, I put you in a drawing to win a pair of boots. And as soon as I had 10 people do it, I drew a winner. And then the last 2 weeks, I did a couple extra things. And then just to say thank you to everybody that bought socks, I put everybody that didn't win back into one more drawing, and I drew another winner. So I gave away a $50 Game Hide gift certificate. I gave away $50 Fourth Arrow camera arm certificate. I gave away a bunch of stuff. I gave away an Olive Tap certificate. It was I like giving stuff away. So Itasca said they are really nice socks. Well, thank you, Rick. They are nice socks. I wouldn't promote them if they weren't good stuff. So Itasca said, Dan, we're gonna let you give more boots away. So I'm either going to give a pair away to that fishing contest winner.
Dan, thank you. I'll take them.
No, you don't.
Dan, it's okay. I'll take.
If I get some slippers, I'll give you a pair. You're an indoor guy. You're not an outdoor guy.
Hey, I go outside to mow.
Yeah, he goes outside to open the car door.
Hey, guess what? The baseball field's outside.
Yeah. What baseball?
A baseball field. Any baseball field.
Yeah. We already talked about baseball.
We did.
So, yeah.
Got our allotted 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So thank you, Dan.
They've ruined baseball. So, except for the iCubs, the AAA teams and the AA teams, I still think that.
Fun.
Yeah, I still think that's good baseball.
Oh,
those guys are trying to play their hearts out.
They are.
And you can buy a hot dog for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can live with that.
Some good barbecue there too.
Oh, that's Stu's barbecue.
Ooh,
good stuff.
Lemonade.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the boots. Quit being a heel. You really bother me. So I got to figure out how to give some more boots away. So stay tuned. If you guys want to do another sock contest, if you buy a pair of nylon, we could do that for Dad. We did it for Mom. We could do it for Dad. I know money's. I'm on a budget. Everybody's on a budget. I'm just trying to. You tell me how you want to do it, and that's how we'll do it for the socks. So, or for the boots. So, yep. I'm telling you, man. Christmas time, those Norlander sock orders should be phenomenal. Because those for any kind of outdoors person, that's a perfect Christmas gift. A perfect stocking stuffer. Even Andrew could use them for Christmas. You know, they got an antibacterial quality to them, so that'll help with his stinky feet.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, there you go. He's going to need socks because he's going to be crying in his shoes when he loses this fantasy football league.
Oh, yeah, here we go again.
Here we go.
The champ is now speaking. The champ is now speaking.
Team first place is going to be last.
Well, it's all in the name.
He'll probably be second to last.
It's just very interesting. The first time I used that name, I win the league.
Yeah. You got lucky.
No.
You got lucky.
That was all.
You Tom Petty'd it, man. You got lucky.
I worked my way to the top. I sure did.
Love the lightweight socks. Waiting for the next promo to get some heavyweight socks for deer hunting. Mike, I think if you go online to norlandersocks.com, they've got a 20% promo. They gave me a code for Dan20, but I think it's only good for one order, Mike. But I'll see if they'll give me another. I think if you just go online, they'll give you 20% off if you just sign up for something. So go check them out, Mike. Go get them, buddy. Go get them, Mike.
Yeah.
Hit up, Mike. Go get them, buddy. I've been wearing my socks. I wear them all the time hunting, man. I love them. My feet never get cold, and when I pull my feet out of my boots, my feet don't stink.
Gosh, of the top 5 reasons of why you had to leave a hunt, wouldn't that be one of the top 5 because your feet got cold?
Hey, there's times I hunt in 5-6 degree weather. I mean,
around here,
yeah, your feet get cold if you don't have a good boot or good quality socks on. Your feet can get cold. And electric socks are nice. Don't get me wrong, but they're only good for 3 or 4 hours. After that, man, you're hosed. So
you better be efficient.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, gotta. It's all in the sock, and they're made in Missouri. They're made right there in good old Missouri. That's where the alpacas eat. Good old alpaca. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know. I'm out. I don't have nothing left. I'm done.
Nothing left in the tank?
Nothing left in the tank, man. Hey, I want to thank everybody for listening to the shows. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Thank you for downloading the Outdoor Call Radio app. That new show is going to start in 2 weeks, and then we'll have a new fishing show for you. That'll be 4 fishing shows on Tuesday for you. If you like to fish, that's some good quality content right there for you. Yeah. All right, we're going to get out of here. You have a great weekend. God bless you. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I bought 5 pair, 2 for me, 1 for Roxy's mother, and 1 pair for her son. Rick, God bless you, buddy. You're a good man. We'll be right back next week. See you then. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye! See you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be good.